Hey, welcome back to this YouTube video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get all our latest uploaded video. So in this tutorial, actually what we're going to do, I previously created an SDK and I've never talked about or did a tutorial about it. So I'm going to do a tutorial about it. So here we have a Laravel application and we're going to use SDK, and in full, SDK means a software development kit, and mostly it's developed for framework, so you can find it from different language, and because we're using Laravel, it will just be based on PHP. So here I have this. If you follow me on GitHub, I will put the link in the description. You will find that there's this M-Pesa SDK, M-Pesa Daraja API SDK here, which has the updated APIs. And here I have this Daraja account. You need to have a Daraja account which has a sandbox app inside it. So let's wait. It has an sandbox app inside it, and if you don't know how to create a sandbox app, you will see on the tutorial on the Daraja APIs for PHP how I created, or any between the two. So mostly for PHP, you'll find that how you can create this SDK app. And also I can just show you. You can just click here, create new, here on apps, and then my apps, and then you'll just click here, create new app, and then give it a name, then tick the necessary API products, and then you will be the app will be automatically be created. So it will have the consumer key, consumer secret, and then the shortcode. I'll show you in a bit how you can get the shortcode. So here we have this. So if you want to find it, I have also posted the SDK on package list, which package list is where you can store your SDKs which you have created, so that when people can integrate it on your Laravel application, they can use it. Just composer require the name of your SDK, how you have placed it, and here it's it. So I'll put this link for my GitHub, and then I'm going to put the link for the package list so that you can see. So let's now go directly on how you can install this SDK on your Laravel application. And here's the Laravel application. It is empty. You can see from here there's no route, there's no package which has been installed, just the default one when you create, like when you create the Laravel application. So here, these are the default ones that are there, which are automatically created when you write Laravel new, and then the app name, then it will automatically create this. So here on how we can install the SDK, you just, I will hit the shortcut for opening the terminal for SDK for VS Code, and here it will open this. So you can see here, and this is the main app. The app I've named it like MP. So, and then I'm going to come here to the tutorial. You can come here to this here. It's the same one as this which has been written here. So I'll just come here and just come here like this for GitHub. I'll just come here, and then I will copy this composer require QVO stroke M-Pesa, so it will install that. So when I do this, I will let me cancel that, and then copy the exact one that I need. This one, I don't know why it's doing that. This one, I'll copy that, and then I will paste it here. Then I will click enter. So when I click enter, it will install all the composer file. It will install. So let's wait it as it installs. You can see, even you can see from the background that it has added M-Pesa QVO Alvin M-Pesa, and then here it has installed the version that I've created, 1.1. then still installing. You can see downloading from that. It will download everything that from the package master, so that we can just write here, and then I will show you the first step of doing this, and then I will open also the SDK so that you can see, because I'm going to just generate for SDK push, and then you will see how you can get, also how you can access the other ones like the B2C, C2B, and everything about that. So we will wait for the composer to do that. Then we can come here. You can see from here as we wait for the composer to install the package, here it's how you can, like for SDK push, how you can do this. You can just on the top of your Laravel, you can do this, and then you can create like something like a composer, and then like a method, and then you will call it. So we'll create a method, we'll create a controller, then add method to it, and then we'll see that. So here, this is the important part. You will just copy these variables as it is, and then you will replace it with your existing credential, like your consumer key, consumer secret, and then the state of your app, like if it is a production app or not, and then if it is a pay bill or a buy goods. This is I've already written it here, so we'll copy this and then we'll put it on the env file. So we'll come back and see if it has already installed. No, it's taking long, but we can still it's installing. When it closes here the terminal, it means that it has already been installed, like it has installed all the packages. So we'll still wait, and then here meanwhile we'll just copy this, and then we'll come here and open like the env, and then we can scroll to the bottom here. Then I'll just write here paste that. Alright, okay, do this. I'll paste that, so you see here. Then we'll start replacing like everything here, as we can see. Let me come here to this app that I'm using. Then I will copy this, and then I will add it here specifically there. And then I will come here and copy the consumer secret, and then remember that we're using it for sandbox, so it means that we'll replace this with the sandbox. For production, you'll just write production. It's already written there. So let me copy this. Not that. Empty that, then paste that. Then it will be saved. And then the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to come here, like take one of the API. If you want to find like the shortcode, take one of the APIs. Like here, I'm going to use this, like the M-Pesa Express or anything. This stimulate M-Pesa Express. When there's a section where we are on the simulator, let me pick like this app. Then here you will see this test credential. Then now let me copy this business shortcode. So the shortcode, business shortcode. Now we remove this business shortcode and paste it there. Then we're going to look for the passkey, because that's what we need for here. The passkey, you can see it's here. Then copy that passkey, then paste it there and save. Then the next, because this is a pay bill, we'll use it like a pay bill there. For production, we'll just use this for testing, and then if you want to use the other ones for production, you'll put like your buy goods. Then we can write here like the callback URL. Let me create like something like a callback URL, or I can just do this. I can just put like my website for callback URL, because remember it should be a live app, a live domain, because a callback cannot accept like here. I can just do this, but we'll specifically create your callback and how you will handle the data that will be sent there. But we'll just add here random, so that it should not give me like an error. Let me copy it. Don't know why my laptop is slow. Then I will do this, and I will save it as that. So here, don't know, it's if it is done. Let me close it like that, and then I will confirm it here. I think it's loading because my laptop is small, so you can see it has everything. Okay, I'm going to open like the new terminal, and then I'm going to try to create a composer. I'm writing the command for creating a composer, which is php artisan make then those controller and I'm going to name it as M-Pesa controller. So I'm going to hit it. When I hit, what have I done? We entered in a white space. So I think what is happening here is the white space that I'm going to here. I'm going to remove like all this. I'm going to remove this on the productions, like this. I'm going to do that because they're creating errors. To do that, and the next one until we finish, because we're getting error because it has a white space. Then do that. And do that, then it will be saved, and then we're going to come back here, come back to this, and then the command we had written, it's okay, so we'll just do that, and then we just enter. Then we see it will create a controller. You can see controller created successful. So the controller itself, it will be created here on this, and then controller, you can see we have this. So here it's where we are going to create we're going to create like a method for SDK. Remember on this there's this here, we are going to create like initiate SDK push. So I'm going like to copy this one here, which I'm going to place it at the top of the controller because we're going to use it. Then here I'm going to create a route. I'm going to create a route, not a method first, So like I will write like public function, then I'm going to name it like SDK push init for initiator. Then I'm going to do that in here, to write it like that. So here we're going to create, let me write H here. We're going to create like something like on a route that will help us to load that route. So creating a route, and I'm going to do that, and then the route we are going to use it. We're going to make it like it's doing that route. Let me write it again, route, and this. No, it's doing that automatically. Route, and then I'm going to write get. We're going to use it as a get method. Then here, and then we're going to write what we'll write on the browser so that you can load that specific. So I'm going to write here SDK push like that, and then write a comma. Then remember that we need to load like this controller, this M-Pesa controller. Let me copy this name. Copy this name, and I'll come here and write it like this. So here, then this, then I'm going to write, because it's a class, the class, and then yeah. So we are going to copy that method name, and then write it here to avoid errors. So with that, we need like to close here. I'll close it there, and then I need to write something like that. So remember that because we have not imported like this controller. Let me open it again. Because you have not imported this controller, we need to import it here. Use, then app stroke HTTP, and then there's this, then we're writing here, so it will load this. So when we like come here and write echo, sorry, let me write it small letter, echo this is SDK push. We'll see if we have any error, then we'll write it like that. So when we load like this controller, when you load this controller here on this app that is already running, because I've already written PHP artisan command, that's why it's running on terminal, and it's running on potato, and then that's the API. It's using the loopback API, loopback address. Then when I do that, sorry, I think I've written it add 192 stroke that, and then that, I think it's like that. And then when I do that, you'll see it will load this controller. So remember, in this, we just come here and do this, like initiate it here. We'll remove the echo code and then initiate it here. Initiate it here. And then remember that we are using this one here, initiate here, and then we'll just come here and copy this, copy that. So when we come here, what we're going to do, we are going to write here something like the phone number. We copy this phone number. The phone number, I'm going to write it like 0768.168.060 060. That's my number. And then the amount, I'm going to use like 1 shilling. And then the reference, we can use it like, we can write like something like a test reference, then test payment. Can write like test payment, and then the description, we can write YT for YouTube, and then tuts for tutorial. And then we're going to do that. So here you can see SDK. Let me see if the SDK it's doing like that. Yeah, let me do this. We are getting like an error here. So this error we need to do, so remember that because we are using this, for testing we were using that, but you need to write here like this M-Pesa. So like the M-Pesa, so the way you're going to import it here, so like that. I think I've messed it there, because you need to write here something like SDK, like that. So M-Pesa SDK, remember on the tutorial, I will rectify also here. So on the readme, so but here you need to write like M-Pesa SDK, then SDK push, so that you should not get that error. Now here we are going to write like here, like let me give it a variable, or let me just echo it like that. So when I echo it like that, so it will show us like this. So when I come here and reload this page, because it's a get method and we have already keyed in the required variable, then when you load that, we'll get like a response. You can see here invalid phone number, so we need like to rectify the phone number. Remember on M-Pesa API tutorial that we need to write it as 254. So that 254 like that. So when we do that, we load it and then we'll get the response. You can see now it's processed successful. It means that the SDK push has been forwarded to that number, and that's how you can integrate like the SDK push only. And then for the other ones, what you need to do, you need to like come here and create. You need to come here, like you can see from here, from vendors, because you know vendor is where like the API is being stored. You can come here like for Kiveo. You can find the API. It will be named Kiveo, the folder. For here you can see that this APIs has like all types. Like here for M-Pesa SDK, for M-Pesa SDK push we imported this. You can see here, that's why we are calling this from here. We are calling this from here. That's why we're calling like the phone number amount and then that. Then for like if you want to like to do for B2C, let me see like for B2C, for register URL, let's say like for register URL here, you need to do this. Like for C2B here, just come here and create like a second method. You'll find how you will integrate it on your website. Like let me create a second method. Like let me write it like M-Pesa. M-Pesa. Check first. Let me check something and confirm. Let us do the dynamic QR code, because C2B will require us to write like not the shortcode, even the shortcode, even C2B is, I think it's okay. We can not C2B. This is not C2B. The C2B, it's requiring us to write like the M-Pesa v2, then the callback URL. We'll figure it out and how you will do that, but it's easy if you understand Laravel. But let's do like the dynamic QR code, because it doesn't require like it requires just a shortcode, so we'll just go like that. So like this, we will do this. Come here and write public, then function, then we're going to write like the let me just write it like QR underscore code, and then just do it like that. Then you will do that. So let's create a route that will run that. I will just copy this, and then I'm going to do that. Sorry, Control Z, then enter, paste that. Then I'm going just to write here QR code. Then the method's name, it's QR code underscore code, like that. And then we're going to just come here and copy this, and copy like this. This is the require. Remember that it's written dynamic QR code, and we need to import like how we are going to use it. So come here and let me copy this so that I cannot retype everything, or I can just type it to save time. Use M-Pesa SDK, and then you can see it will list like the dynamic QR code here. Then the dynamic QR code, you need like to come here and write here like the dynamic QR code. Then you're going to instantiate it new, and then copy like the dynamic QR code here, and then paste it like that. That's initiating it, then like that. So after doing that, it will automatically detect it, and then copy just this. Copy this. Let me copy this. Copy this, because that's what we need. Copy it. I don't know why it's highlighting like everything. Let me do this. It's highlighting write in everything. Let me copy that, then paste it here. Paste it there, and I'm going to write like the codes. Then let's do this because we are importing it. Remember, we need to copy this, and then we'll do like let me write like echo, then that with that, and then we're going to write like the merchant's name, the merchant's name equals to that new my shop. That's my shop, that's my merchant name, and then account number, I'll write it like the same one, like that. We generate like a random, or we can just generate the name by writing and generate it like random, then 999, then like that, write a second 9, and then we'll close that. Then the next, we're going to write like the amount equals to 1, equals to 1. Let me remove this error here. Then TX, you can remember on the dynamic QR code here, and this API, let me close this and come here, then come to dynamic QR code. The dynamic QR code, you can see like here the invoice, so like the TXT will use like this BG, and remember that they say like the BG is for merchant buy goods, W for merchant withdrawal, need PB for business name, and then send like for that. So let me just come here and write here like let me write here the TRX code, the TRX code, you're going to write it as PG, and then close the quotation. Then the size, that's the size, I think it's the size of the QR code. Then just write it, I think 300, or let me check with the documentation what they have said. In the documentation, they're saying the size is 300 and it should be like a string, I think. So let me write it like that, so that it should be a string. And then I will just come here and load here. Come here and paste it like that. I need that. So when you click like that to load, and you'll see that it will get like this QR code. And then you remember, like on my tutorial, let me go to that specific GitHub and go to specific for M-Pesa tutorial, the one that I did. Like there's a code that can help you to do this. Let us get like that QR code. Let me come here and get just only the QR code. So we're going to give this response, sorry, small letter, response is equals to that. And then I'm going to write like here data, and I'm going to write JSON decode, and like that. Then response, and response. Then we're going to get the value for our QR code. For QR code, the value for QR code. No, not like that. I think I've made an error. This one, the code, and then echo data, the QR code. So it will only show this, like this generated one. Then copy, reload. Then you'll see that, and then we'll come here, like there's a repository that I have even on my tutorial, and then I will also post like this here. Let me write here like M-Pesa. There is an M-Pesa tutorial. Let it load. There's an M-Pesa tutorial. M-Pesa. Now it's at the bottom. M-Pesa, let me look for it. M-Pesa Laravel, M-Pesa with Python, and like M-Pesa API, this one here. I'll also post all the links in the description, and then I will come here to dynamic QR code. Dynamic QR code for this is for core PHP, and then dynamic QR code. And then the dynamic QR code, you can see after your consumer and getting the response. So there's this. I will copy this, and that I will paste it here. And remember this, I'll replace it with data. Then let me comment this. And remember this. Copy this. Because here, what we are going to do, because we'll get that error, we write it like this, echo. And we're going to use single quotation. And then we paste it here. So remember here what we need to do. We need to do like this. Need to do it like this. Then here we'll remove these quotes and do this. Do that. Then when we come to reload, you'll see that this QR code that has been generated now. That's how you can use like the SDK. I've already consumed it for you, like everything. So what you just need how you can access it, and then I'll just write a blog about it and then post it on the link description so that you can see how to consume like the QR code dynamic on this method. I'm going just to create this controller method and that, and also I'll post this link, this code with all like the how you're going to consume it, like all of it on my GitHub so that you can see. But I will write a blog about it and then post it, add the link to it, and then you will see how you can consume it with this SDK. So this is how you can do consume it properly when you're using a Laravel application without writing each and every individual code, consuming each and every individual API, but you can just use the SDK, which will save you a lot of time and a lot of coding with that. So it's a free SDK. You can just write it and you can just use it anyhow you want, and will be updated. And it has also the good thing about it, and the reason why I created this is because M-Pesa updated and added an extra APIs, and most SDKs that you find like on GitHub repository, they don't have like the new APIs that have been added. But for this, I've added like all of them. Even you can see from here, you can see here I've added like the tax remittance and that, and then I'm going to add like the M-Pesa Ratiba and the other one that they introduced. It was this one. There's a new one that they introduced here. Let me write on APIs. There's a new one. I think I've not consumed it, but when you install it with Composer, when I make any update and then you want to use the new APIs, you just write compose update kiveu stroke M-Pesa, and then it will update like the new codes that I will post. So here you can see from here they have the B2C top up. I don't think I did the B2C top up. Here have this, so I will add like the B2C top up, the B2C express checkout, the B2C top up, and the M-Pesa Ratiba. I think that's the two things that I've added, but these other ones, and then the bill manager, these other ones have already consumed it, and then you will test it on your own time. And if you want me to do like the individual API, you know how to create this tutorial individually, like the one that I did for core PHP, you can write the comment below. So see you in the next video. Bye.